What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We've been modifying this 350Z, getting it ready for its first drift event, which is happening at the end of this week. By the time you're watching this, I'll probably be at the track. We've been spending the last probably 2 months working on this car, getting it sorted out. And we're almost ready. We still have a clunk in the front, and we're still chasing that down. And we've already kind of found some of the problems, including the GK Tech Heims had some slop in them. So we replaced those too. While we were buttoning up all the underglow stuff that we did in the last video, go watch the video, something basically hit me right in the face. And when I say right in the face, I mean the dirt from the sway bar bushings hit me in the eyeball, and it was kind of and it made sense. So I went and did what any other sane person would do. That is get a poly upgrade. We're gonna replace them because I'm fairly certain that these sway bar bushings are completely smoked. And I have an appointment with Tag again, or tomorrow, to go get this thing aligned again. And I kind of want to see if it sorts it out by then. We're gonna go ahead and open up this garage and get the airflow moving, because I think it's still like 108 outside or so. It's, oh God, I can't wait for winter. Alright, so check this out. This is our sway bar bushing here, right? And obviously, it's caked in dirt. And it's torn. And it's falling apart. That's what we're setting out to replace right now. I'll get some tools here. There's only a couple of bolts there, a couple of nuts, and we're gonna go ahead and just pull that bracket off and swap it out. Fortunately, this means I think I need to pull off my skid plate already. Alright, we're gonna try not to get hit in the face with anything. Okay, we gotta lose this other side because I think that's how they stop me, but the bushing's disintegrated. Oh yeah, the bushing's toast. Alright, we need to clean everything here and then install the new ones. That easy. That easy. Alright, I'm admit my methods of cleaning are very unconventional, but that's only because I don't have any brake cleaner or anything like that, and I don't want to use degreaser on this. Glass cleaner it is. Energy always comes with bushings and lube. Always. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Kind of a solid unit instead of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grease the inside of it and then get it in position and put the mount back on. Well, we got to clean that first too. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. And it needs it too. After some, I had to take a wire wheel at it and try to get through. If you have any gunk buildup in here, it's going to eat your bearing. You can see I still got some. It's way down in the crevice though, so most of the surface is going to be okay. Do your due diligence to make sure your bushings aren't rusting up against crusty surfaces. Let's lube her up a little bit here. I'm not gonna go crazy. I don't think it needs to go crazy. Get it in the right position here. We're just gonna get the bracket started. We'll go to the other side. This one's actually in one piece. Oh, maybe not. It's got a little tail. Oh, look, this one's completely bottomed out in the center. Sweet. So this one's probably also, look, it's been flattened right there, which is probably where our noise came from. I can't see the light in my face. Jeez, it's thick. last thing to do before we button this up for the night is this lower oil pan. We're going to torque it down because I don't think I did that. I figured good and tight was good and tight. It's not. So I'll figure out what it is real quick. Torque it down. This is like 7.4 foot-pounds. It's really low. I'm surprised that it's not sealing. It's because we're not there. Oh, what the f? How the f do you break a bolt at 10 foot-pounds? It never got tight. It never clicked. That sucks. That's a problem for another day. Imagine setting your torque specs and you still break a bolt in your oil pan. Alright, something happened there. The camera shut off, but car's on the ground, new bushings installed. All that's left to get this thing aligned. Alright, so in the last clip, we ran into a small issue. I don't know if I put it in or if it was really obvious, but we broke the head off of a bolt on the oil pan while we were torquing it down. I figured, hey, this thing's probably sealed up anyways. Not going to be a big issue as I take it over to tag to get the toe figured out. And that was until Jacob told me that there was oil all over the skid plate that I just put in. And I figured that's a problem. So I brought it back here, and last night I started digging into it to figure out just how bad the situation was. And obviously we had to get what was left of the stud out of the upper oil pan, which basically required me to drill a small hole in it. I drilled a small hole just a little bit in there just to get it loose. It was already loose. I just had to, I don't know, get something to bite it, I guess. We got it out. That was a win. I need to run today to go get some hardware, which I'll do that in a little bit. But then the thought occurred to me while I was looking at this pan that I did have to pull. So this is the pan, and I started cleaning it up to get it ready to gack back in. But I want to show you something. If you look at this, this is protruded up. It has like a rise to it, right? So that means that this section here can easily go unsealed. It would have to have so much stuff that this would, whatever. So whatever's been in here before has pushed this part of the pan upward, which then creates a gap here. So I did some Google foo, and I ended up finding out last night that O'Reilly's has one. So I bought a new oil pan. This one, you probably can't tell, it's actually flat. So we got a new pan. This pan's toast. It's also been, and I bashed it in a couple times because it's been hit. I don't know why or how the things are protruded. I was gonna try and punch it out, but I was like, look, we'll just do this one time and then we can nurse it along however we need to in the future. But we do need to get new hardware because I don't trust these bolts anymore. I don't know why it did what it did, but it did. So I'm gonna end up going to Ace here in a little bit and getting another set of screws. They'll probably be a little shorter, but that'll be fine because I just don't want it to bottom out because the tips on these are different. So the tips of these have like a little, it's like a skinnier section. So that's where we're at. Today is currently Thursday and drift event Saturday. So I did say we were gonna get there, come hell or high water. I got another jug of oil up front. I've got brake cleaner and then new oil pan. We're in crisis mode at the moment. Well, I'll put it this way. Last night was crisis mode. Now we're just putting it back together mode, which should be fairly simple. So, sun goes down. I go outside because that's when it's not so miserable. We need to get this new pan. We need to get the new pan on. Get some hardware. We're gonna go ahead and grab the Honda Bond and start getting this thing set up so we can get it curing. I'm also gonna try and check some of the bolts for the exhaust just to make sure nothing's bad. Jacob did say that he said that a bolt was missing out of the exhaust, so I'm gonna double check it all real quick. It also kind of sounded like something was moving, like think of it like reverberating like a gasket. So I'm just gonna check all the bolts again real quick and look at these header bolts or whatever. We're gonna make it quick because it's freaking hotter than balls, man. It is gonna be hot this weekend, and I'm kind of low-key not looking forward to the heat. But once you're in it, you acclimate pretty quickly. You just gotta drink some water. Alright, hard part's done. We'll have to torque it tomorrow after it's cured, but it's in. Alright, so it's now Friday. Everything with the car went as expected yesterday. We got the new pan on. We kind of snugged it up, but we didn't go crazy with torque. We wanted to give that some time to cure. So when we give it the final sauce or whatever, it actually makes a great seal. I think using the 3 bond or the Honda Bond is going to do a much better job than the Velcro gasket I used last time. Mainly just because these cars didn't use Velcro gaskets or those kind of like felt gaskets or whatever from factory. So the only thing that's left to do, and I'm a little nervous, a little nervous, is to torque this down to the 7.4 pound-feet, not 8, not 10, and put oil in it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick so I can wrap this video up and get it out to you guys before the drift event, so that way we're not adding this to the drift event stuff. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now let's just make sure it works still. Cool. Last thing to do is just put oil in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but we're gonna let it stay on the jack stands and everything, and I want to see if it's gonna seep out of the oil pan at all overnight. If it does, I don't know what we're gonna do, but it shouldn't. That's the key here. So we've literally done everything, including replace that oil pan. There's no reason why this should be leaking anymore. I'm gonna finish this video up. I'm not gonna have enough time tomorrow to sit here and edit something, so I'm gonna finish this up tonight and get it out to you guys. You know, I guess you'll have to stay tuned for the next video to see if we have any problems. So that's gonna be drift day. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna fill this up. We'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.